Hi everyone, it's Marianne with the Kashik Inspirations, and I'm doing something new for the new year. And I've never tried this before, so I thought it would be fun, and I'm having a really good time with it. This is going to be a love tarot reading for anyone with Cancer as their sign. So I thought it'd be kind of cool and interesting to do something different and to try something I haven't tried before. Let's go into expansion and be flexible. This year 15 is about mutability. Get that out right. Which is changes, being going with the flow. And since you guys are a wonderful water sign, it may be something easier for you to adapt to. This flexibility, this change, being able to go in an easier flow. So this month we're going to be hosting an event, and it's called The Power of Love. And it's with great friends, Dia from Oasis, Ron Schaefer from Simply Intuitive, and of course, my dear partner, Glammy Witch, IntuitiveDeb.com is her website. So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be helping you to access and remove the blockages that you've been having once and for all with contacting and working with the energies of your soulmate to bring them in. We'll also give you probably characteristics of that soulmate that's going to be coming in to work with you. And Dia is going to provide a soul frequency astrological chart reading for you. We also will probably do a private group meditation. We do our candle ceremony with your own personalized symbols. We always provide all kinds of little extras. If anybody's ever been in one of our events, you know that we give you much more than we even state on the list, right? And if you do sign up early, there's also additional items we'll be sending to you as well. So if you'd like to participate, you can go to the website, akashicinspirations.com, as you see here on the little picture frame, and it's $10. And really, for everything you're getting, if you would add up all our services together, it would be far exceeding that and into the hundreds of dollars. So with that, I'd like to show you we're going to be working with today the Glastonbury Tarot. Here it is, Glastonbury Tarot, and this is the one that I use personally for myself. I've always connected to the Avalon energies as far as the soulmate is concerned, the Celtic energies. It just was, and I know that many people do as well, because it was a time of history where there was great power and magic in the world. And we are returning to that. So the author of this and the creator of these cards is Lisa Tenzin Dolma. And this deck came to me through a small little shop here in Fort Lauderdale, and it was actually printed in 9. I know they've had a subsequent printing a couple of years back. They'll be available, but these are already out of print. So with that, I'm going to do a 9-card spread for us and basically see where the story goes and where it takes us. And I would love, love, love to hear all of your comments. We have had several readings, and several of the cards have come up, but I do shuffle very well. As you can see, they just fly out of the deck. Wow, again, flying out of the deck. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're just wanting to come out. So I'm looking. I'm really enjoying doing this for you, and I'm doing one for each of the signs, and I'm giving you a general overview of the marvelous energies. All right, so here we've got our 9. What I'll do is I'll turn them over, we'll look at them, and then we'll decide how to proceed from there. All right, so the first card we have is the 5 of Vesicas, and the Vesicas in this deck is the Pentacles, and the card's name is Endurance. So 5 of Pentacles we start with. Oh, lovely. And this card has come up in several of the other readings. 6 of Cups, Union. To me, this is like the Sacred Union card. Marriage, Sacred Union. Oh, again. Okay, we've had this card come up in the other readings too. 2 of Staffs with Gateway. So apparently there is a huge portal that is coming into play for all of us with the new paradigms. And then we get the Hierophant with Joseph of Arimathea, who was the uncle to Jesus, and he went to England, and the legend is that he planted his staff because he was so weary on Weary Hill, and that is where the thorn tree is, and from his staff grew that thorn tree. Okay, so here we have Arthur comes in, the emperor. Uh, all of these cards have made several appearances. Wow. All right, Four of Swords with recuperation. Made of staffs. Look at that beautiful fire energy. Awesome. And Judgment. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this card today. Judgment with Archangel Michael. Beautiful. And we end with the Knight of Staffs. All right. So actually, I'm going to read it as the story as it unfolds. So Five of Pentacles. It's getting through the night, but you are in the comfort of a fire. You've been through the harshness. You've gotten out of the storm. You're like in a cave, even though there's all this snow on the ground, but you have the fire and your cloak to warm. The stars, it's a clear sky with these beautiful stars in the sky, and these Vesica Pisces as a constellation, I'm assuming. So what does that mean for us? It means you've gone through the dark night. You're going through the dark night. But you can endure. You can get through this. The hard part is over, and it's a matter. It kind of relates to me also to the Star card, because it's like, you're here. You're in the midst of the night, so you're maybe halfway there, and you're not even seeing the dawn of the day yet. But know that you've gotten through the hard part, and all you have to do is have some patience to be able to get through. And look at what the morning and the new dawning it brings for us, which is the Six of Cups, which is the union. I love this card because she has like a little smile on her face. I mean, like, who wouldn't, right? You've got this beautiful couple. She's dressed in purple, so she's got that divine feminine connection, and he's with the indigo blue, so he has his third eye open. He is also in connection to the feminine intuitive side of himself, and he is being gentle and playful, and the sexuality exudes between them, right? So it's able to make that combination of the spiritual and the physical, and they're totally grounded. They're laying here on this beautiful soft grass, and here in the background, we have the pinks and the yellows of the unconditional love. So this is a truly made in heaven. And we come to a gateway. So this is to me, how as I'm reading it, is this is where you are. This is where we want to get you. And this is the way you're going to get there, is through a gateway. This is a runic card. This is actually a rune here. This X is called Gibo. And it means a kiss or union. So hold on a second. I'm going to just make sure the facts here and make sure I'm reading it correctly as to what the name of the rune. Yes, it is Gibo, which means a gift. So here we're going to be gifted something, right? And it signifies the new that is opening up for us. And right now we're just about to enter that portal. What I love about this card is that he's so grounded that you can't even see his feet, right? He's so grounded into the earth. He's really rock steady, right? Rock steady. And I love that he has the orange and the brown. So he has creativity. He has that element of fire, but muted into a channeled, focused way. Right? A channel-focused way of using his creativity to create and manifest what he wants. And he's pausing before he enters the portal in order to be in gratitude of all that has come and all that will come for him. And it's interesting because the staffs have entwined, they look like green snakes. So it reminds me of the Trimesticus, of the healing that has taken place or will take place. So through that, as we go through these portals, we find the Hierophant. He's all in white, so you know that he's reached a purity of spiritual mastery, of innocence, of really going back to that innocence Buddha talks about, or Osho Zen, talks about, going back to the childlike state. That's like the highest state you could go, is back to your childlike state, which is of innocence and purity, and just joy in the moment. So here we have his students, which are, just sitting there like totally engrossed in what he has to say and what his teachings are, because the spirituality which you're coming into now, it doesn't this card doesn't necessarily speak about the structure. What it speaks about is being a spiritual teacher and to sharing that knowledge with others. So as you share your spiritual information with others of like-mindedness, you have the opportunity of opening these new paradigms for yourself and reaching the manifestation in all aspects of your life, whether it be financial, lovely related, career, or business. Because as we are of service to others, I got this message last night. It said, as you are in service to others, so are you served. So very interesting. We do get the rewards from the universe for being of service when we do it truly, of course, from our heart. So here we have Arthur, and here is the man who has found a way to balance himself. He has the red and the white here, the dragons, and so which represents the male aspect and the feminine aspect. So he has that combined masculine and feminine energies within him. He has the royal purple on his throne, signifying that his base, or where he's coming from, where his wisdom comes from, is from a spiritual place. His sword is not even needed by him. It's just kind of resting there as more of a symbol of his authority, instead of him, picking up to use it. And then he's illuminated here by the gold. So, and he has this passion for life, passion for what he does, passion for being a leader. And then this is what we're being called to do, being a spiritual leader, being a leader within our lives and our community. And we are allowed to take, again here, both these cards show pause, show rest. The Four of Swords, he has gone through some hard things, so it's okay to give yourself a moment to reflect, a moment to, it seems that he is in like a square of protection with the Four Swords here. And the sky is a beautiful illumination of the pinks and the lavenders. So we see the healing of Quan Jin. We see the unconditional love of Lady Nada. We see the beautiful sun rising. And it's okay for him to just, or sunsetting maybe, and allowing him to be fully grounded into the mother and feeling that nourishment and that peace of recuperation and rest. Then we go to, then here comes the action. The Maid of Staffs, which is the Maid of Wands, Princess of Wands. And she is in her full glory. She is liberated. She is free to be who she is. She's gotten past everything, and she's creating. She's got this red ribbon of full creativity. Her hair is like mimics the ribbon, right? So she herself is in her full passion, exhibiting who she truly is, and she's got her staff raised up. She's ready to bring into she's in action. She's in the process of manifesting, and she's very grounded in her emotions because she is standing here with this pool of water. So she's combining those elements of the fire, the fiery passion, but remaining within a calm balance of her emotions. And she's naked, so she is free. She's liberated. She's innocent. She's in her truth. She's standing in who she truly is. And we get to the card of Archangel Michael with the Judgment. This is the higher aspect. This is the aspect of finding that spiritual core within you, finding the power that comes when you're fully balanced in yourself, and the glory of that power. Because look at his sword. It's a flaming sword, totally love this. He has the golden wings, the golden halo. So I'd like to read just a little bit from the book, because I really like the way she writes. She gives such really in-depth information for us. It says, Saint Michael is the light bringer, whose flaming sword banished evil and defeats the power of darkness. The Michael line is an alignment of lays or ley lines or channels for earth energy, similar to the meridians of our body. Um, and another name for them it's interesting, is called dragon paths. So here he's on top of the Tor, okay, and his robe is merging with the sky, the blue of spiritual devotion and clarity of thought. His wings and hair are golden, radiating light, reflecting the colors of the pure spiritual energy of the sun that illuminates all things. So judgment represents the call to a more meaningful way of life. So whereas the sun card, it says, dispels the illusions and shows us what is around, judgment calls us to look for meaning every aspect of our life. So we're asked to really see deep inside and look at the spiritual meaning of what our life has entailed and has in store. And then we end the reading with the Knight of Staffs. And he has, very interesting how she dresses them. His staff is giving flower, it's budding, right? And and his clothing is that beautiful pinks that mirrors the sky. Yet he has at his shoulder and parts of the sleeve the red darts of color, meaning that his passion is there, but he has it under control. He is the master. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to use passion in order to bring things into fruition. And yet he is balanced by accessing his feminine intuition and the feminine aspects of the divine, as well as the masculine. So let me just read to you a little bit from what it says for him. The night brings fresh energy, new and intense emotional experiences, and an exciting blossoming of creativity and intuition. He signifies that events are moving swiftly forward in a positive manner, and your experience will be an increasing sense of eagerness. There is an urge to explore your possibilities, to move onwards, to travel within your inner space, or express this outwardly by making changes. So once you've made this decision, once we go through the judgment, then we're ready to go. We're ready to move forward. You've gotten through the blockages, and you're able to reach your goal, which is the spiritual union of using sexuality and sensuality with the spiritual. And the way that he's actually looking back at the judgment is like, see, because he's looking at Archangel Michael saying, I got it. I got this. I know what I'm going to be doing, right? And I honor the process that I've been through so that I can move forward. So I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed the reading, and I look forward to your comments. And in advance, thank you for liking, sharing, and may this team bring you much joy and happiness, success, and all the things that lead you to your spiritual place of oneness. Namaste.